Hey everyone, we're doing a live stream here in Hood River. The city is shut down, even on a Monday. This parking lot is full. All of these cars are just a couple business owners. You see the restaurants are all shut down. We got, look at these streets. Now, I mean, it's not the most bustling metropolis you'll see, but everything, it's going empty. It's getting shut down out here. And then we got a pretty big, guys, what's up? See, I got some viewers now. We got some pretty big parking lots out here. What's up, Scary Man? You know, it's funny because this is a tourist town. We got the... Let me get rid of this stupid thing. Hey, what's up, Stuart? I didn't even think you'd be up right now. Yeah, it's weird. You know, it's not as bad as we see in the Bay Area. Where you have just, it's in a 3-week lockdown. I will say there's a lot of police out today. What's going on? What's up, Hyper Webster? We got a lot of people pulling up now. Let's see here. See if we can get over to this other parking lot. Have a good day, Julie. I'm doing my live stream. Be safe, too. You too. Say hi to everybody. What's up, Pura? Yeah, you know, that parking lot didn't look super bad. So how are you guys doing? How are you guys holding up? What's up, Ryan? You guys doing good? You know, let me ask you a question since I got you guys here. Well, before we do that, dude, I wish we could go ghost hunting, bro. I wish we could go ghost hunting. I don't think martial law is going to become a thing. I think even in... I don't know if I talked about this on the show. I think I edited this part out. I did a coronavirus episode. I got rid of it. So, I have friends who know people in Wuhan. Did I tell this story on the podcast about the people I knew in Wuhan? Happy St. Patrick's. Totally forgot about that. So, I don't think I talked about it on the show. What happened was, so my buddy, I got friends in China, right? But they're not in China anymore. When this thing first started back in January, I was talking to my friend. I go, hey, what's going on over there? Like, you should know, because, you know, no one knew about the news. So my friend says, listen, I'll be totally honest with you. We have a friend, him and his wife, they have a friend in Wuhan. She went to Wuhan to visit her family during Chinese New Year. And they shut down the city. They put it under lockdown. So this was reporting right from Wuhan. And I don't think I recorded an episode about all of this on the show and just never released it. It was really boring. But so let me tell you this now. Straight from Wuhan, this young woman is trapped with her family. The city is locked down. And this was back in January. First off, she got a call from her landlord in Beijing. Landlord says, don't bother coming home. You've been evicted. All your stuff is getting tossed. Because she was considered diseased. She was considered impure. Nobody wanted her coming back from Wuhan. And she was like in her 30s, right? So imagine going to visit your family and then you get evicted, everything gets thrown out. So I asked him, I go, so what's it like over there? And she said, so I asked my friend, what's it like over there? And he related the story. The military would bring in food. Chinese military was bringing in food. It's not like people were starving to death. And the other thing was that the girl who's trapped in Wuhan caught the coronavirus. Thank you, Fantasy. Caught the coronavirus. Her entire family caught the coronavirus. They were isolated in their apartment. They'd go out just to collect food the military was bringing in. All of them got the coronavirus in the apartment. All of them survived. She said, we all had the flu for about a week. It totally sucked. We were all sick and miserable. All of us survived. So that is pretty much what happens when you get this coronavirus. Most people survive. It's far more than most people. 1% kill rate, 3% kill rate. Sorry, hero of justice, but we have well, Stuart, it does sound scary, but here's the thing: they all survived. People are going to get sick, and the reason why they're doing this lockdown thing is they're trying to prevent it from doing even more damage. But I don't think we're going to get to the point of martial law. I think you're going. The reason why I say that is because we have not seen that happen in other countries. I'll tell you this: I always talk about what an old man I am compared to a lot of my listeners. I've never seen anything like this before. Never seen anything like this before. But what we can do is we can look at what's happening in the other countries and know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, right? We can look at South Korea and go, they've gotten this under control. We can look at China, in parts of China, it's gotten better, right? So that gives me hope. If China went completely media black, we didn't know what was happening there, and then Italy was next, and because that place is really bad over there, I would be more worried. But we've seen other countries actually get a handle on this thing. The scariest part for me isn't I don't know if it's false hysteria, Smelly, but I think we may be overreacting. Oh, thank you, Flannesy. Really, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Did not expect that. So I appreciate that. That's totally awesome. Thank you. I think that we may be overreacting to it. We won't know until after the fact. But there's hope at the end of the tunnel. I just don't get scared about this, guys, because trust me, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. I'm outside every once in a while. And it gets a little unnerving, but that's why I want to be doing, I just keep the show going, because that keeps me going, and I'm having fun with that. So let me ask you guys this, though. I have a ton of UFO alien stories coming up. I think it is better to overreact a little, and hopefully everything gets sorted out. As I cough. Out, that's not coronavirus, that is my allergies. I got a lot of UFO stories coming up. And what happens is I look back on past seasons, and seasons 4 and 5 were real cryptid heavy. And this season may be more UFO alien heavy. Now, I think you guys can tell with the show, I picked the alien stories that are super weird or stuff that's really, really out there. Do you guys think that I need to find a balance? This is viewer feedback or listener feedback. Do you guys think I need to have, what's it, McCall? Do you guys think that there needs to be a balance between the aliens and the ghost stuff? I know all you guys want more conspiracies. The conspiracy stories are just really, it's like a diamond in the rough. When I find a good conspiracy, I love it. But negating the conspiracies, and not everyone's a fan of true crime, between the UFO alien stuff, do you want a balance between aliens and ghosts? Or does it matter? Does it matter to you guys? Because I just have so much alien resources. It's funny because with the iceberg, this is interesting, Smelly. With the iceberg stuff, I get that comment a lot, and I appreciate the comment. The question is, which ones? Because I've covered a lot of stuff on the iceberg that I don't even mention on the iceberg. The perfect example is the Stonehead of Guatemala. The Stonehead of Guatemala. Thank you, RJ and Marcus, for your feedback. Stonehead of Guatemala, did an episode on that. Then I found out later it was on the conspiracy iceberg. So I cover a lot of stuff on the conspiracy iceberg that I don't even know is on the conspiracy iceberg. And let me read your comment here. Oh. Thank you, Bartleby. Thank you. I love podcasts because they can just be that thing you kind of tune into when you're lonely or not feeling good or bored or depressed. That's what I've always loved about podcasts and stuff like that. So, and Ari, that's a good feedback too. Just keep them weird. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's funny because, the thing with a good ghost story is really hard to find, honestly. A good ghost story, here's the problem, because, I'll find ghost stories on Reddit, and it'll be I woke up in the middle of the night, and, my grandma came into my room and, baked a cake, but then my grandma died across the country. I guess I should say alien stories can get really bizarre because the definition of alien is that it's not normal. Ghost stories seem to fit a pretty good pattern. Like it's either a family curse or like just ghosts walking down the hallway and stuff like that. I'm starting to struggle with good, interesting ghost stories. So that's kind of, to me, that at the heart of it is paranormal, is ghost stuff. So I feel like maybe I could do more magic stuff. I don't know, man. Like we're 400 episodes in. It gets to the point. It gets to the point where you just have so much stuff there. You know, we've done so many ghost stories. Groberman. I'll do Reddit stories from time to time. Hey, puppy. I'll do Reddit stuff from time to time. You know, my thing is that I do the insane stuff, like the guy who was driving down the road. He was the long-distance trucker who believed aliens were drilling into his head. That type of stuff I find fascinating. As far as like Reddit No Sleep or Reddit ghost stories and stuff like that, it's the same garbage you find everywhere else. It's really bad first-person writing and stuff like that. Every so often, though, Reddit is a good outlet for insane people to put something down. And Patrick, that is actually a really good question. So Patrick's question was, any more on the conformers? So here's an intro. I've never told this story before. You guys are getting this direct behind the scenes, the Rabbit Radio stuff. The conformers. So I actually was going to do a rerun when I was doing, the past 2 weeks I was doing reruns. Conspiracies I was personally involved in, and the other one was conspiracies I personally believe in. For you guys who have not listened to the Conformers episode, which was like episode 40, 50, somewhere on there. These are piranha glasses, undisputed. Conformers were these aliens apparently, so this conspiracy theory put forth by these two guys, Clay and someone else, Pickering was their last name. The conformers are this. It's a silica-based alien, and the theory is there are no other alien races out there except the conformers. They're a silica-based life form. They look like rocks. Their voice sounds like pebbles falling into a bucket. They're considered the most vicious alien you could possibly think of, and they also have this really weird religion. And the weird thing about it was I heard about the conformers a long time ago on a podcast. It might have even been Mysterious Universe, but I'm not for sure. I heard about the conformers a long time ago. And I always was intrigued by it. I went to go look them up, and I found a bunch of resources of them online. A week or two later, I went to make the episode, went back, all the resources were gone. Web pages that I'd previously gone to were gone. And so the episode is not only about what the conformers are, but how someone is removing information from the internet regarding the conformers. Very, very scary episode for myself to make. I'm afraid that I'm going to get erased because this is true. The very obscure conspiracy theories are the ones I'm the most afraid of doing, because I think the reason they're not out there is because they're true, and someone's going to kill me. They're going to drop a bunch of pebbles on my head. They're going to trap me in a bucket and bury me in pebbles. So I did the episode of the conformers, and then I did not sleep soundly for a while after that. And then I got a YouTube comment. And this guy says, hey, there's more information on these conformers. Clay Pickering did an interview. You can listen to it. And something else as far as I can get you in touch with Clay Pickering or something like that. And now I'm like, oh, okay. And I started watching the interview. The interview was with the radio show, what is it, Up in the Desert or Alone in the Desert or Midnight in the Desert at the George Norrie, or is the Art Bell spinoff show? And then, Clay and Sean Pickering. This is where it gets weird again. I get an email from somebody saying that he's Clay Pickering, saying they would tell me more information about the conformers. I get an email saying, here's more information about the conformers. And there was something about the email that made me think that this was not Clay Pickering. There was something about this email that made me think this is not the real person. It was written in such a style that I was cautious to engage more conversation with them about. So I never responded. Fast forward 350 episodes, because last week when I was putting together my reruns for the week, I was going to do conspiracy theories that I believe in. I was going to do the conformers episode, and I was going to tell you guys that story that I just told you now. I was going to say for the intro, hey guys, you won't believe this, but here is this weird saga that happened with this thing. And to do that, I went to go pull up the email from Clay Pickering, deleted from my email. Now, let's put on our skeptic hats, okay? Let's put on our skeptic hats. The most likely answer is that I accidentally deleted it, or I just can't find it, right? That's the most likely scenario. You have to look at this stuff as a skeptic. It's possible that if I had run a different filter in my email account, it would have popped up because I was looking for Clay, I was looking for this, I was looking for that. Pickering, conformers. I didn't find the email that I know was sent to me. I checked multiple emails, going to find it. So it's possible, the most likely scenario is I accidentally deleted it, which is possible. That I moved it to a folder and the spam feature filter searching thing didn't pull it up. We always have to look at the most possible answers for these things. But email's gone. Email's gone. So we still stand at the, if I'm not just an idiot and I can't find an email, we still stand at the point where I did a story about an alien that may or may not exist. And if it does, it's the only alien out there. It's just the one. The rock people controlled you and made you delete it. That's what Squiz is saying. Either it's the fact that the conspiracy's true and its stuff is being redacted involving these things, or I accidentally, or I made a human mistake. But still, and then at that point I go, you know what? No, I'm gonna wait a little bit long. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to do this repeat the conformers episode and figure out what's going on with that. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. So. Yeah, it's just a matter. I'll keep looking for. Most of you guys are saying as long as the feedback. Yeah, Smiley, they're sending dudes after me. As long as the story's entertaining, because I remember for 2 or 3 seasons I had a lot of cryptid stuff, which I really liked it. But I know some people are like, yeah, too much cryptid. So, but back to the conspiracy theory iceberg thing. A lot of people go, do more conspiracy iceberg stuff. My question in response is, which topics? Because I don't have a problem doing more conspiracy theory iceberg stuff, but there's so much stuff going out there. You know what's so funny? Lil Ugly Jabrain just made a comment about the adrenochrome. There is a big conspiracy theory thing going on right now that the coronavirus, this isn't shocking at all. This isn't shocking at all, but the coronavirus is a cover-up, and this is Trump's big push to round up, to finally drain the swamp and take out the pedophile elite and all that stuff. That's actually a conspiracy theory I plan on covering, but I'm going to cover it when everything's said and done. Because I don't really want to cover a lot of conspiracy theory, Corona Chan stuff right now. Like, I think, I don't know, man, like, you know, I read it. Of course I'm reading it. But, you know, I don't know if I want to cover it. The Finders Cult. Who mentioned that? Who mentioned that? Groveman. The Finders Cult is a great conspiracy theory. It's just so deep. There's a lot of stuff that came out with that new FBI document and everything like that. Is adrenochrome real? I mean, adrenochrome in the sense that your body... Adrenochrome, from what I can gather, because it's been around for a long time, it's when you are tortured, your body pumps adrenaline into your blood. And so people want to taste, the cannibals want to get the tastiest blood, so they torture it. I mean, as a chemical itself, yeah, I think it does. I think the chemical itself may exist. And then they're trying to synthesize it and all this stuff. I think I'll cover all the Corona conspiracy theories when everything is done. Empty internet, yeah, you know, empty internet, that's a conspiracy theory that's on the iceberg. The only ones that I've really seen on the iceberg that I think are interesting that are left, except for a bunch of the stuff we've already covered, is empty internet's an interesting one, which kind of goes along with empty cities. And then we have 1800s internet thing is that both of those conspiracy theories are, you just Google them, it'll pop right up. A lot of people wonder what 1800s internet is. I found it in 5 minutes. It's an interesting story, but it comes down to me kind of reading an article. A guy wrote a book. A guy wrote a book called Victorian Internet. And that's what it is. And it's a fascinating story, but at a certain point, I'm just kind of reading an article, and that's kind of why I've been putting that one off. So, yeah. But yeah, with the conspiracy, most of the conspiracy theory iceberg stuff in the middle, we've covered. I've just never really mentioned that this is a conspiracy iceberg, that's a conspiracy iceberg story. But I found a Google map that's kind of like the conspiracy iceberg. It's just paranormal stuff all over the world. I'm going to start digging into that. I mean, I really have nothing but time right now as we're all locked down. Old world order. I've always heard the old world order is where we're at now. And so the argument was, if you think everything's going great now, then you want an old world order. Old world order. But if you want everything to be better, you'd go to the new world order. That was always an old conspiracy theory. Thank you, Chell. Thank you. But, the thing is that, thank you, Flannesty. The thing is that one of the weaknesses I think a lot of the podcasts have, and this is responding to Flannesty's comment as well, is that I'll listen to a podcast, they'll have never mind, I don't want to knock other podcasts. I'm not going to go too in depth, but when you cover stuff like Roanoke or Bigfoot just in general, like, I want to do the obscure stuff. I think that's what sets the show apart. I want to do the stuff that people aren't covering. And so whether that's Bigfoot flying a UFO or, monkeys aren't real, anything by Hans Wormhat. He actually commented on one of my videos the other day, and I got to admit, I got a little starstruck. That Hans was watching a little Dead Rabbit Radio. I wish no ill will on that guy. As much as I make fun of his theories, I don't know. He's kind of, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't want to give him too much credit, but I can't say that I'm I don't hate the guy. I wish him the best in life. I don't believe in his theories. I think they are harmful mostly to him, but I don't wish him any ill will. And I don't think he has to believe in what I believe in. I just hope his life's journey takes him to a point where he's able to kind of make better judgments. But, that doesn't mean the judgments are going to match up with my own. I just, I don't know. Because, I've talked a lot about when I was younger, I was really into conspiracy theories. I really believed in, if this was going on when I was 25, man, dude, I'd be so paranoid. There's a drone. There's a little drone flying across the street. I couldn't figure out what it was. It's a little drone dude flying around. We'll go for a little walk. You guys got any other questions before I wrap this up? I got my walking stick. I'm walking around. It's funny, the other day I did the Wild supporters. Hey, you guys vote on the next book I'm going to read and I'll review. Oh, dude, the next book was so bad. It wasn't even like funny bad. It was just annoying bad. So I just never did that episode. I guess I should do an update at some point, but that's just where we're at right now. But yeah, this is it. I mean, we still got cars driving. We still got stuff going on out here. But it's nowhere busy as it used to be. Just kind of walking through here. It's weird. But hey guys, I want you guys to stay safe. I want you guys to be good to each other. I want you guys to have fun. And we're still going to be putting out episodes. We're still going to be doing what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and end this live stream, but we're going to keep doing these, I think, all week. I think we're going to keep doing these just to keep in touch with each other. So have a great one, guys. Now I show my boomer thing where I don't know how to shut this off. What's up, Scar? Actually, you know what's funny? I thought everyone left. I wasn't seeing that. I don't know why the comments weren't coming. Here, I'll take one more walk around the block here. And we're going to walk. Yeah, you know what? Man, let's see if I got anything to say before I go. No, I've just been watching movies and doing fun stuff. Dude, this town is so, like, just dead, but smoke more. Yeah, I was thinking, dude, like, I wonder, I used to have struggle with nicotine. Always had trouble with that. I'm wondering how people with, like, alcoholics, dude, are doing right now. Like, last night, I went to Walmart, had to buy up a bunch of stuff, right? And I thought, if I was still using nicotine, I don't know what I do, dude. I'd have to spend half my money here. Half my money in nicotine. Who said, Ryan, have I watched Suburban Sasquatch? Yes. Yes, I have watched Suburban Sasquatch. I should, man, I've watched so many, like, trashy movies. I've always wanted to do, like, a movie podcast, but I like doing this one better. I like researching all this stuff. Tuno, reporting from San Antonio where they're shipping in the patients. Yeah, I guess that's from the... What's a pit viper sunglasses, Scar? What was that? Dead Rabbit recommends on Suburban Sasquatch. Yes. Yeah, if you haven't seen Suburban Sasquatch or Lichen Colony, you know the best movie, though? Demons at the Door. Demons at the Door. Demons at the Door. If you have not seen Demons at the Door, you guys need to watch Demons at the Door right now. Demons at the Door. Here's the hat. It's my owl hat. Music by the Insane Clown Posse. Directed by a guy who directs Insane Clown Posse videos. All of the special effects done by a team that did special effects for the first seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's terrible and talented at the same time. The creature design is on point. You can tell they had a budget of like $100,000, and they put 90% of it into the creature design. It's awesome. And then the rest of it's just hilariously... My little brother and I watched it, and he's convinced we both got Stockholm Syndrome watching the movie. Because at the end of it, we were cheering and clapping and thought it was the greatest movie ever. But for the first hour and 20 minutes, we were ready to just shut it off every scene. Demons at the Door, dude. Check it out. Demons at the Door. They're Piranha. Undisputed, they're Piranha glasses. Juggalo horror film, basically. So check it out, dude. Demons at the Door. If you can't watch it, just watch the trailer. You will want to watch Demons at the Door. Okay, I'm going to go now, but we'll be back. We're going to be doing these all week. Got a new episode coming out tonight. Not entirely for sure what it's going to be about. I have an idea, but I'm trying to decide like how dark the show is going to be during this time. But okay, we're going to go, guys. Hey, have a great one. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Thank you so much.